Okay, so good evening, everybody. We are all welcome once again to this game plan session. Of course, yours truly, I'm Solomon Vincent, and I welcome you to this amazing session that we are going to be having this very evening. Today, we're going to be looking at the rules of prospecting. I really wouldn't want any of you to miss out on what is going to be happening tonight. So it will excite me that you are with us and you learn as we do this together, okay? So I have my slide here with me and I'll be teaching you, okay? Yes, all right. Now, so rules of prospecting. I'm going to be sharing with us some laws that will be guiding you in your prospecting efforts, very important. Some things that will be guiding you in your prospecting efforts that will be helping you as you go through this journey of prospecting. Of course, we know that in our business, we have 7 skills, okay? If you can remember any of the 7 skills, type it on the chat box. Anyone you can remember. Any one of them you can remember, type it on the chat box. Any of the 7 skills you can remember, type it on the chat box. Let's see. All right, if you remember, let me see. Okay. Inviting. Interesting. Closing. Very good. Yes. Presentation. Presenting. Follow up. Right. Good. Presenting. Follow up. Beautiful. These are all skills in the business. These are all skills. Finding prospects, right? Finding prospects, right? That's prospecting. Mr. Declan, you say close up. Is it close up toothpaste or it's not close up, bro? It's not close up, bro. Please, somebody should help you. It's not close up, bro. All right. Okay, so the 7 skills in network marketing. All right, these are the 7 skills. Okay, finding prospect, which is prospecting, inviting, presenting, follow up, closing, getting new distributors started, and promoting events. All right, so we usually add one more skill, which is raising leaders. Right, leadership. Okay, raising leaders. Okay, that's leadership. Duplication. All right, it's a skill, right? It's a skill you learn in this business that will help you in the business. Somebody say closing up. Hi. All right, it's closed down, not closing up. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Point noted. Okay, now the first law of prospecting. All right, the first law of prospecting. Let's see the first law of prospecting. The first law of prospecting states that the list of people who don't know you is infinitely larger than the list of people who know you. The first law of prospecting. The reason I am here tonight is for people who are saying, I don't have a lot of people in my contact list. I don't have a lot of people that I know that I can prospect in this business. That's the reason I'm here. Or you have exhausted your contact list, okay, and you don't know what to do again. It's like you are stuck, all right? You're feeling stuck in the business. This training is for you, okay? This training is for you. So you need to follow me very carefully. First of all, Dr. Mba taught us something, our mentor, Ambassador Dr. Elijah Mba, he taught us something that when your business starts is when you have run out of your contacts. The moment your business starts is the moment you have run out of your own contacts. When your warm market, your hot market is finished, that is when your business just started. We have a lot of people who built this business, okay? We have a lot of people who built this business and built it completely, entirely from people that they don't know. Completely from people that they don't know. And you need to know The people that you know in this life, the people you know in this life are little compared to the number of people that you don't know. That's the first law. That's the first law. So you need to understand, how do I get in touch with those people that I don't know? This is what this training is all about. This is what this training is all about. How do you reach them? How do you get access to them? How does that happen? Okay. What are some rules that you need to observe? The second law of prospecting is people who don't know you will take you more seriously than the ones who know you. Did somebody get that? The people who know you will take you more seriously than the people who do not know you. The people who know you in this business, in life, will not take you as serious as the people that do not know you. You know why? Because the people that know you, they already know your background. They know where you are coming from. They know the story behind your life. And they will not take you as serious as the people who just met you. Are you getting me? Yes, very important. So you need to understand that. Very key, very key. Now, I think it's in the Bible that it said a prophet is without honor in his land. Yes, in his place of birth. A prophet does not have as much honor as when he is outside his land. That's why someone will look at the Savior of the world and say, how can something good come out of Nazareth? Do you understand? All right. So in your own land, in your own place, the people that know you will not take you so serious. That was why he couldn't even perform miracles in his land, because they didn't have faith in him. Okay. That's how it is. That's how it is. The people you know personally, your hot market, it takes a whole lot more work for them to become serious with you. Have you even noticed that some people become even successful and still their friends will not sign up to the business? You will buy the car, you will build the house, all the results are there, but still some of your friends, some of your hot markets, some of your warm markets will still not join your business. Okay, very important. Now let's see the third law of prospecting. The third law of prospecting states that some of the people we pass in our everyday life will be hugely successful in our business, but unless we prospect them, we will never know which ones they are. Is somebody getting me tonight? The people you enter that bus with, the people you are traveling with, the people you enter flights with, the people whom you come across, you went to the restaurant and you bought food, you ate what you ate. Are you aware that some of those people would have been very successful, would be hugely successful, will be massively successful in your business, but you will not know who they are unless you prospect them. Unless you prospect them, you will not know. You will not know the people who will be successful and those who will not be successful. So the best way to know is to prospect them. That's the best way you know if they will be successful in your business or not. That's the best way. Okay? That's the third law. Now I'm going to be helping us, because now we have seen we want people who will be successful in our business to join our business. So how do we go ahead to prospect them? Because now we have seen that staying in our comfort zone with the people we know, because some of you, the people whom you know, after they refuse to join your business, you become discouraged. Yeah, you become completely discouraged. You'll be like, oh, this business does not work. No. Okay. This is why I'm going to be teaching you tonight some of the rules that will be guiding you in your prospecting efforts. If your new teammates are not in this meeting, you are not helping them. If your new teammates are not in this meeting, you are not helping them. Guys, you are not helping them. All right, let's proceed. Now, you see, the principle of conditioning, that's the first thing. Because if you want to create success, okay, you can create success when you condition yourself for that success. All right, you need to condition yourself for the success. You want to be successful in prospecting, you need to condition yourself So there must be a conditioning that will happen first of all. So how does this conditioning happen? There are 3 strategies that I'm going to be teaching you tonight that will be helping you to condition yourself for success when you are prospecting. Number 1 way to condition yourself for success when you are prospecting is, first of all, you need to do what? Use affirmations. Use affirmations. Use affirmations. Use affirmations. I'm going to come to the affirmations, okay? The second way to condition yourself for success when prospecting is sharpen your people skill. Yes, sharpen your people skill. Sharpen it. Next, the third thing is practice what you learn. Practice what you learn. Of course, I'm going to be teaching you. You will need to practice it. If you want to condition yourself for success in prospecting, you will need to practice what I'm teaching you. You will need to practice it. You will need to practice it. Very important. All right, so let's come to the affirmations part, okay? The use of affirmations. Of course, take a screenshot of this, okay? I'm going to be talking a little on this. Now, you need to understand that when we talk about affirmations, affirmation, the part of affirmation conditions you in the inner man. Conditions your inner man. Remember, last week I taught us that in the game of wealth creation, in the game of success, there is the inner game and there is the outer game. If you don't settle the inner game, you cannot conquer the outer game. I remember I made mention of a percentage for the inner game and the outer game. If you were in that meeting last week, can I type for me, how many percent is the inner game? How many percent is the inner game? Let me see your response. Inner game is how many percent? How many percent is the inner game? How many percent out of 100? How many percent? Somebody said 95%. Someone said 95%. Someone is saying 95. 95. Someone said 90%. Someone said 90%. Some people are. I saw one person, Nabo, who said 99%. Someone is saying 90%, 75%. Someone said, Chimezie said 99%. Interesting. Esther Anya, who said 99%. All those that said 99% were in the meeting and they followed that meeting. Yes. From the training I did last week, that I taught you the 5 basics, right? I taught you the 5 basics. And I taught you the training balance scale. I taught on the training balance scale. That training is on YouTube. You can go and watch it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. You can watch it. The training balance scale. I taught you that the inner game is 99%. The outer game is 1%. Yes. But that 1% must be done. That's what I told you. You can't say because it's only 1%, so you will not do it. It's a lie. No. It must be done. That 1% must still be done. But the inner game, so like in the affirmation, you're trying to condition your inner man. You're trying to condition the inner game. You're trying to reset the inner game. Now look at this. This is how these affirmations work. Affirmations are self, of course. You say some things to yourself and it creates some affirmations of some things that you believe in. Okay? Now this is it. When we talk about affirmations, okay, how it works, what follows, okay, let me show you a brief overview of how this self-talk affirmation thing works, okay? First of all, the subconscious mind will focus on the most dominant message. Of course, we have the conscious mind and we have the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind, this is where the first conditioning happens. This is where you do the conditioning. Whatever message that is dominant in the subconscious mind, that is what the subconscious mind will focus on. So if you are saying, I am a champion, I am a champion, I am a champion, I am a winner, you're talking to yourself. Self-talk are those things you believe about yourself, are the things you say about yourself. you say to yourself. Are we getting it? There are those things you say to yourself. There are those things you say about yourself. That's self-talk. Okay? So when you are sending those messages to yourself, when you're sending those messages about yourself, your subconscious mind is focusing on the dominant message. Do you know the problem we have? Oh, I learned from one of my mentors. He said, the problem that we have today is that we have learned over the years how to talk negatively to ourselves and to talk negatively about ourselves. Our subconscious mind, this one is more like our second nature. Do you know why? Because everywhere we are bombarded with negative things, and as a result, that's the kind of message our subconscious mind always focuses on. But if you want to change it and condition yourself for success in prospecting, you need to start changing the message that your subconscious mind is hearing. I'm going to come to those messages. Now, the subconscious mind receives input from hearing. Do you know the sweetest thing about your mouth? As your mouth is talking, your ear is hearing. Somebody should type that. Type it if you got that. Type it if you got that. As you are speaking, your mouth is speaking, but your ear is hearing. As I am speaking to you, I am also hearing what I'm saying. So it means that I don't need to hear someone else tell me that I am unstoppable. I can say it with my mouth and I will still hear it with my ear. And that is how the subconscious mind receives information. That is why I can choose to block my ears, but I will still be hearing what I am saying to myself. Do you know the sweetest part? Even when you are not talking, your mind can be speaking to your ears. Oh my God. Now, let's say I keep quiet. Do you know right now I'm speaking to myself and I'm telling myself in my mind, I am unstoppable. I just said it to myself. And I heard it inside. So I didn't even need to say it. As far as I can talk to myself or talk about myself, I have the power to say positive things to myself and condition myself. Is somebody getting me tonight? The subconscious mind does not distinguish between fact and fiction. No. Anything you speak to the subconscious mind, it takes it in, whether it is true or a lie, whether it is real or it is not real, whether it is the fact or it is a fiction. The subconscious mind takes everything in. So that's why you need to be careful the kind of things you release to the subconscious mind. Because whether it is a fact or it is a fiction, it takes it. And he believes it. He believes it. The subconscious mind is the gateway to our beliefs. Did you get that? Did you get that? The subconscious mind is the gateway to your belief. I taught this. I've taught you on what you are listening to, right? I taught this. I've done this training, the keys to success in network marketing. I taught you. Who do you listen to? Right? I talked about it. Who do you listen to? Right? I talked about it. All right? Our beliefs, listen, our beliefs determines our actions. Yes. What you believe determines the kind of action you take. So you see, this is the reason why affirmation is the first way you condition yourself. Because if you don't condition yourself to improve, to become better, to go out and prospect, if you don't talk to yourself and change the beliefs you have, remember, what the subconscious mind hears determines what he believes. Whether it is a true or it's a lie, it determines it. Okay, so what you now believe will now determine what you will act on. And you know what? Our actions determines our results. So you see how it works. So it is all connected. It is all connected. It is all connected. Absolutely connected. Now look at some of the things that people believe in. Okay, let's see some of the things that people believe in that has not been helping them. Some people have a belief, an unfortunate belief, that for your opportunity to work, you must take advantage or manipulate others. Do you see that? A lot of people, these things are limiting beliefs that you have. Yes. That for this business, that means I need to manipulate somebody. I need to, come and pay money for something that he does not want to even pay for, so that I will now earn connector bonus of 100,000, 50,000, 30,000, or 20,000. So no need. Do you know what? That belief that you have inside of you is a wrong belief. And as a result, you don't even want to connect anybody to the business. That's why you won't even prospect anybody. Because if you have this kind of belief that you manipulate people, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. A belief that others will perceive you as taking advantage of them. That's why we tell some people, write down the contacts of some people. You'll be like, this person will be feeling like I'm just trying to take advantage of him. No, no, that's a wrong belief. And that belief is doing you more harm than good. Yes, that's the reason why you have not prospected that bishop. That's the reason why you have not prospected that your close friend. That's the reason why you have not prospected that person who is close to you, who would have become very successful. That's the reason why, as you walk on the road, you don't want to prospect people. That belief that people will perceive me as someone who is trying to manipulate them, who is trying to, take advantage of them. No, that's a wrong belief. That's a wrong belief, very wrong belief. Okay? A belief that when someone tells us no, it diminishes your ability to succeed. You see that? A very wrong belief that people have. Very, very wrong belief that people have. And as a result, do you know that they are scared of hearing the no? Yes, or because they prospected somebody and he told you no, it means that the person has, because he said no, it has diminished your ability to become successful in the business. Do you know how many no's I have received? Architect Moses has received. Dr. Elijah Mba has received. Ambassador Michael has received. Do you know how many no's for them to get to where they are? Has that diminished their ability to become successful? Has that diminished my ability to become successful? It cannot diminish your ability to become successful. Hearing somebody say no to you cannot diminish your ability to become successful. Let me proceed, all right? Let me proceed. Now, these beliefs are false. Did you hear that? These beliefs are false. They are absolutely false. All right? Yet, do you know what? They can paralyze you to the point that you never offer your opportunity beyond just a limited number of persons. The sweetest thing is that by applying affirmations, you can override all of these unproductive beliefs with productive ones. Do you know what you need to do? All of these beliefs that you have, say the opposite to yourself. Yes. Yes. For my opportunity to work, I just need to help people. I am helping people. I am offering them an opportunity of a lifetime that will deliver them from the catastrophe of financial havocs that is coming in the future. Change those beliefs, guys. Change it, right? And it will help you. It will seriously help you, and it will seriously help you. All right, now the strategies. Strategy number 2, we've talked about using affirmations, right? The second strategy is sharpen your skill. Sharpen your people skill. Okay? Now, you see, when I started learning how to become a public speaker or how to talk in front of people, how to become confident, that was before I joined this business, okay? How to, start, these things I'm telling you are things I learned. How do you start a conversation with somebody? How do you approach somebody and become confident? I used to be a very shy guy, very, very shy. Thank God for YouTube. Thank God for Google. All right, I was able to Google some of these things and I learned how do you interact with people. Up till today, I'm still learning some of these things. Okay, how do you influence people? How do you get somebody to see, to do what I want the person to do? What are the things I can say that can help me have an influence on people? What are the things I can do? People skill. These things are people skill. Okay, how do I behave honest? What are the things that somebody will do and the person will look like a deceiver? Do you understand? All these things I'm telling you are keywords you can search on Google. You can type on YouTube and you will learn from professionals who have done several researches on human psychology and will help you understand how these things work, right? There are books. If you want to sharpen your people skill, what you need is to listen to audios, trainings, videos that will teach you how to relate with people. Read books that will help you do that. I'm going to make reference to some books. Now, take a screenshot of these books. These books will help you. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, right? The Go Giver by Bob Bog and John David Mann, okay? Positive Personality Profiles by Robert Ron, okay? Cracking the Networking Code by Dean Lindsay, The Greatest Salesman in the World by O.G. Mandino, and then Hung by the Tongue. That's one book I'm looking for. If any of you see this book, please refer me to it. I've been looking for it, all right? Find a way to get me to have this book. I need this book by Francis P. Martin. I need this book, all right? All right, I need this book. I really do need this book. Okay, now, so here we go. Here we go. We're talking about the last strategy to conditioning yourself to become successful in prospecting, right? To condition yourself for success in prospecting. Now, the last strategy, which is practice what you learn. Practice what you learn. Practice, practice, practice. I taught this in that training I did, okay? In the 5 basics. I taught it in the training, okay? I taught you that area, that there is a process from ignorance to mastery. There are steps to take for you to grow from ignorance to becoming a master at anything you are doing, in any profession, in anything you undertake, anything you find yourself doing. There is a process to grow from being an ignoramus to becoming a master. Who remembers the first stage, the first phase? Yes, if anybody can remember, okay? If anybody can remember the first phase from ignorance to mastery. What is the first phase? Let me see. Let me see if anybody can remember. Let me see if anyone can remember. Unconscious incompetence. God bless you. That's correct. Yes, unconscious incompetence. That is the first stage. That is when you don't know what you don't know. That's the stage where you don't know anything. In fact, you don't even know that there is something called prospecting. Before you join this business, that is the stage you were. Okay? Unconscious incompetence. You don't even know anything called prospecting. You don't even know that you need to sign up somebody. You don't even know anything like that. You need to find a prospect. All right. So what is the second level of growth from ignorance to mastery? What's the second level? Let me hear it. What's the second level? Conscious incompetence. God bless you. God bless you. Now, conscious incompetence. This is the state where you are aware that there is a skill called prospecting, but you have not yet known how to prospect effectively. You have not developed that skill. That is conscious incompetence. That is it. That is it. Most of you listening to the sound of my voice, if you are just 1 month old in this business, 3 months old, some of you who are 3 months old don't even know how to prospect. Some of you who are 1 year old in this business, you don't know how to prospect. Yes. Yes, you don't know. Some of you don't know, unfortunately. But what I'm teaching you tonight will help you. Will help you. Now, what is the next phase of growing from this? Conscious competence. God bless you. This is the state where you know what you are supposed to know. Like now, after this training, you are going to become conscious competent. Yes, that is if you practice what I teach you, not if you screenshot and leave it. If you practice what I teach you, all right? Some of you will just be screenshotting and leave what I do, all right? If you practice what I'm teaching you tonight, you will grow to becoming conscious competent. What's the last phase of mastering in this business, in life, okay? What's the last phase? What's the last phase? Let me see the last phase. Let me see the last phase. Unconscious competence. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Unconscious competence. This is where prospecting is second nature to you. If they just wake you up right now and a prospect is by your side, you already know what to do. Now you are a master. You are a master. You are a master when it comes to prospecting. You are a boss in prospecting. You know what to do, exactly what to do from step 1 to step 100, whatever steps in prospecting you need. You know everything about prospecting. You know what you need to know about prospecting, and it is second nature. Like it is. I said it. If they are going to open your blood vessel, right? If they're going to open your blood vessels, they will see La Buena Vida. They will see prospecting inside your blood. It's part of your blood. You have your white blood cells. Still, if they still open it, they will still see prospecting blood cells inside your blood cell, right? That is the point where you are unconsciously competent in your business. You're unconsciously competent in the gift. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, now let's proceed. So these are the phases that you will need to go through when you want to become a master in your business. Now, here we go. Here we go. Now, you need to know something. The only reason you are afraid of prospecting is because you don't have the knowledge. Yeah. The only reason you are afraid of approaching that prospect in front of you is because you don't know what to say. If you know what you are supposed to say from A to Z, you will not be afraid. Yes. Have any of you, when you were young and little, if you see two children, okay, if you see children who went and did memory verse rehearsal, the one that you will see confident, not afraid, is the one that has mastered my memory verse is taken from. Very confident, but the one that you see afraid will be doing memory. Do you understand? Fear comes from what? Lack of knowledge, right? That's where fear comes from. So if you don't want to be afraid of prospecting, go after the knowledge, which is what I'm teaching you tonight. Knowledge comes from experience. Knowledge does not just come by listening to what I'm telling you right now. No, not just what I'm telling you. You need to experience it for you to be sure that you are knowledgeable in it. Our mentor, Ugochukwu, said something. He said, until what you know becomes what you do not know anything. Did somebody get that? Until what you know becomes what you do, you don't know anything. And the last phase is that experience comes from practicing. You do not know until you have experienced it. For me to say this guy is an experienced prospector, it means that the person has been practicing it. Do you see it? How do you move from someone who is afraid to someone who is an experienced man? Practice at the end of the day. Practice and practice and practice and practice. So you give yourself time, enough time, you give yourself enough opportunities to practice, you will become unconsciously competent when it comes to prospecting. All right, so now I have helped you to have the understanding on how to condition yourself to become successful when it comes to prospecting. Now we are going to be going into the nitty-gritties, the practical parts of prospecting. Now, we are not talking about your warm market. No, we're talking about the people, the millions of people who are out there, the millions of people you want to connect to the business, the man across the street, the man in that place you're selling, you're buying fuel, the place you're buying water, that's the people we're talking about. Okay? Making the first contact. You have one chance. You have one chance to make a great impression. Do you know what you need to do? Use it. Type on the chat box if you're following me. Use it. Type 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 use it. You have one chance to make a great impression. Use it. Use it. Make sure you use it. Make sure you use it. Now, I need us to understand the conversation funnel. Okay? When you have a stranger or someone in front of you, a prospect, right? You are inside the keke, you're inside the bus, you're traveling somewhere, and you want to make the first contact. You need to understand that before you even make the first contact, there should be a structure in your head. If you don't have that structure, you will be talking aimlessly. You'll be talking aimlessly, and at the end of the day, you end up achieving nothing. There is a structure, and that's called the conversation funnel. Always follow the conversation funnel, right? First, you have the opening line, okay? You have the opening line, and I'm going to be arming you with some opening lines tonight. I'm going to be arming you with some opening lines this night, okay? Then you have the main conversation. The main conversation. This is where the main conversation happens, okay? When you're having the main conversation, see what you need to do. Put your prospects at ease. Don't make them feel tense. Don't make them feel like this guy is interrogating me. Don't make them feel like this guy is trying to poke into my privacy. No, make them comfortable talking with you, okay? Make them enjoy talking with you. And while you are having any conversation with them, collect useful information. So it means that if you are talking, you should be talking useful things that will help you to do the last stage of the conversation, which is apply the conversation. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? Because it is those information you are collecting from the person that will determine how you will enter the person. When it comes to the last stage, because I'm going to teach you the last stage of the funnel, right? We have the opening line, we have the conversation, and then the final phase is the magic question. Oh my God, the sweet part of this is the magic question. I'm going to be teaching you quite a lot of them, quite some of them that you'll be learning, okay? That you will be learning tonight. So we have the opening line, you have the main conversation, and you have the magic question. So anytime you are chatting with someone online, this also applies, all right? You start with the opening lines. Hello, how are you doing? And whatever. I'm going to teach you more of that, all right? So how is it going? What's going on? What's up with you? How far? You met this person. Hey, man, what's up? How are you doing? Okay? An opening line. And then the person tells you something, answers you, and then you use from what that person said, book, enter something. From that thing, the person talk, enter another thing. Enter another thing. You start a useful conversation, a meaningful conversation, right? You start a conversation with the person. And then remember that while you are having the conversation, your goal is to summarize the funnel. You know that the beginning is bigger. That is where the opening line, you can talk plenty things. But you see this magic question, that is where the gold is. That's where the gold is. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you tonight, okay? So I'm going to be teaching you with some examples, okay? Okay, there are two types of prospects that you're going to come across. There are two types of prospects you're going to be meeting when you go out to prospect. When you leave your house, you're going to meet two types of prospects. I'm trying to rush so that we finish this in just an hour. Number one, you have the stationary prospects. We have the stationary prospects. Who are the stationary prospects? These are the prospects that you know where they are. You can always meet them anytime. These ones are easy. This type of prospects are easy because you can build a rapport with them easily. The stationary prospects. Example, the guy who is your dry cleaner, the woman that sells in that grocery store, All right. When you go out to buy what you're buying, you know you will always meet this person at this particular location. That's a stationary prospect. Then the second type are the moving prospects. These are the ones that you have one chance to making first impression and to doing something with them. Okay, you may have other conversations with them, but right at that spot, you have one chance to hit it with them. Okay, you have one chance to meet with them. So there could be people that you just met maybe when you were inside the bus. Okay, you are not going to meet them again inside that same bus next time. All right, you might the next morning you might meet this person at the gas station where you're buying fuel. Okay, you could get to the filling station and you see them. All right, and then they came to also buy fuel with you. Okay, and all of that. So these are the moving prospects. So let's narrow down to the moving prospects, because if it is the stationary prospects, that one is easy. You can build rapport with them. You can go and meet them just sometime and talk with them, you know, and tomorrow you still follow them up. Tomorrow you follow up. You keep conversing with them. That one is different. It's easy. All right. Then the moving prospects. All right. If you want to catch the attention of the moving prospects, the first thing you need to do is eye contact. Yes. Yes, the eye contact. Those of you who have followed my training before, you'd have seen me talk about the alpha. Who is an alpha, right? Who is the alpha? An alpha is the one in any interaction that is in a moving interaction. Wonderful. Who is? Let me disable annotations. Okay, permit me. All right, I think I'll just allow you. Just see me. Okay, let me leave the slide. Okay, so you see me. Yeah, let me talk to you directly. Now, in any moving encounter, who is an alpha? How do we know an alpha? An alpha is the one that will hold an eye contact. For example, you are walking on the street and then you saw a very handsome young man, a handsome man, fine guy, and you people are coming across each other. You're coming opposite. He is walking this way and you are coming the other way. If you are a guy, maybe a very pretty lady, right? You saw a very fine lady, well dressed, looking sharp. Okay. Now, as you guys are coming towards each other, there will be a moment when the eyes will meet with each other. If you've gotten this, if this has happened to you before, please type yes. There will be a point where your eyes will meet with the person. How do we know the alpha? The alpha is going to be the person that does not remove his eyes when there is an eye contact, an alpha. So at the moment when there is an eye contact, don't just remove your eyes as an alpha. All right? The alpha could be the man, the alpha could be the lady. Any of them could be the alpha. Okay? But how do you know who is the beta? The beta is the opposite of the alpha. The beta is the one that will remove his or her eyes immediately. Do you know why? They'll be like, and the beta will be asking a question in his mind or in her mind. Why is this person looking at me this way? What's wrong? Is my hair okay? Is something on my makeup? Is something bad in my face? Is there something on my clothes? Is there something that they'll just be asking some questions to themselves why that is happening, why the person is looking at them straight in the eyes like that. That's a beta. If that is happening to you, Oga, you are a beta. Madam, you are a beta. All right? Grow and become an alpha. Okay? Grow to become an alpha. Now, so when you are meeting a moving prospect, first is establish an eye contact. The moment there is an eye contact, that is your chance to go to the next thing. Now, what's the next thing you're going to be doing once you have this eye contact? Okay, what would you do once you have this eye contact? What would you do at the spot, at the time when you have this eye contact? Okay, what you do after having the eye contact, the next thing is you hit with the opening line. Now, sometimes the eye contact may not happen. Okay, You may be waiting for the eye contact to happen before you do your opening line. Don't do that. Don't do that. Meaning, if there is no eye contact, does not mean there should not be an opening line. So opening line is not determined by eye contact, but eye contact, whenever there is an eye contact, take it with an opening line. Are you getting me? Do you know why I'm saying that? Because some of you will be walking. You will now say, well, boss taught us that if there is eye contact, then I'll do opening line. Okay, this one did not do eye contact with me, so no opening line with him. No. You're just looking for an excuse to escape prospecting, to stop prospecting. That's not what I taught you. All right. What I'm teaching you is when there is an eye contact, take it next with an opening line. Are you getting it? Are you getting me? So what are some of the opening lines? Hey, how's it going? Good. Everything is going good. Somebody is reading a newspaper. You ask the person, oh, is there any good news in those papers? The person will be like, whatever happened. But that, whatever the person says, you take it up. Okay? You see someone who is looking well dressed, or she's looking well dressed, be like, man, I need your job. The person will be like, how do you mean you need my job? You must be making a lot of money from your jobs. You're looking so sharp. Something like that. Do you get? I need your job. Something like that. Okay? That will catch the person and open you up for a conversation. Okay? All right? So these are just a few opening lines. So you could take a screenshot of this. Okay? You could take a screenshot of this. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I need to be sure you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me. Good. All right, very good. So take a screenshot of the opening lines. Very important, right? Take a screenshot of this. I hope you're done. I believe you're done. I believe you're done. Let's go to the next thing. Then the magic question. The next thing is to hit them with the magic question. Now remember, just bear in mind, I taught you, okay? I taught you that after the opening lines, whatever the person say, you can now start having a conversation. You can now start having a conversation. All right. Now I'm going to teach you a formula. Let's go back a little. I'm going to teach you a formula for a conversation. All right. We have a 4-step formula. I didn't add it to the slide, so I'll need you to pay attention to me now. I'll need you to pay attention to me. Watch me. Okay. I'm going to teach you a formula for conversation. The first is the eye contact. If it is someone you're seeing physically, then the opening lines, okay? Once the person responds to your opening line, you start a conversation. First, start a conversation based on the opening line and how, whatever kind of response the person gave you. Just talk something, say something about it, okay? Say something about it. Then the next, okay? There are 4 things you should talk about. I usually encourage you talk about 4 things that will make the person at ease with you. Talk about FORM. Type it on the chat box. FORM. Form. F stands for family. O stands for occupation. R stands for recreation. M stands for money. All right. So you talk about these 4 things. Talk about his family. Talk about what does he do for a living, right? Talk about how does he flex life. Talk about anything that is fun, okay? Talk about anything that is fun. You may not be asking these things as questions. No, don't be asking them as a question. Be talking about them in a conversational form. Okay? If you ask them, number 1, okay, but they taught me that it is FORM, form. So in my head, hey, bros, how are you now? How is your family? F. Hey, what do you do for a living? O. Do you play football? R. Ha. what's up with the economy of the country? How far? Hope you are coping. Are you coping well with the economy of the country? Money, finish. Okay, that's not how I'm teaching it. Okay, that's not what I'm teaching you tonight. That is not what I'm teaching you. Okay, so what am I teaching you? When you are talking about it, okay, when you want to talk about family, you may not ask the person, how is your family? You may not necessarily ask it. You can ask it, but that must not be the only thing, the way you will talk about the family. You'll be like, God, if you saw the person with kids, or the person is not without kids, or you saw kids, you'll be like, man, one day I know I'm going to have amazing kids. God, I love kids. I love children. What about you? Do you have any kids? You see, you're talking about family. The person will now say something about kids. Man, those guys can be something else. You know, I saw one video like that. A man who was mopping his house, and then his son just carried powder and spoiled the parlor. Be like, man, these kids can be crazy, you know, and all of that. So you talk about these things as a conversation. Do you understand? All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Is somebody learning something tonight? Is somebody learning something tonight? Is somebody learning something tonight? I hope you are. All right, then the next, okay, is the magic question. So opening lines, eye contact, opening lines, conversation, then magic question. As you are having the conversation, there will be a moment where you will need to bring in your magic question. I may not be able to determine when you are supposed to bring in the magic question, but as you are having the conversation, be mindful, okay? Be watchful, be vigilant for when you feel is the best time to give the magic question, okay? Now I'm going to help you see when to say the magic question. I'm going to help you understand it, okay? I'm going to help you understand when you can start using the magic questions. The moment you notice the person has your attention, the person is listening to you, the person has your attention, is not distracted. Are you getting me? That moment, as soon as you guys are having a conversation and the person has your attention, hit the person with the magic question. But there are some words you must never use when you are making use of a magic question. Even from the moment you start your conversation, your opening lines, all these things, even when you want to come to your magic question, don't use these words. Don't use these words. Number one, business. There is a business. No, I want you to join me. Have a home-based business, network marketing. No. Okay. Starting from the ground floor. Okay. If something part-time you can do. Okay. Come and get involved. Extra income. You are starting. You just finished opening line. You are just in conversation and you're talking extra income already. No. Opportunity. When you say, now, don't use the singular of opportunity when you want to do a magic question. You can use the plural, opportunities. Why? You are opening the mind of the person to not just what you are offering, but to so many opportunities out there. Are you getting me? All right, just a minute. Let me stop this. Okay. All right. Okay. So don't use opportunity. Use opportunities. You'd be so good in this. You'll be so good. Okay. You ought to do what I'm doing. Don't use those words. Okay. These are not words you are supposed to use when you are about to use your magic words or when you're using your magic words. Okay. Now, let me give you some example of some magic words that you can use. You need to take a screenshot of this. Number one, Jack, let me ask you a question. Are you at all open to outside opportunities as long as they don't conflict with what you are already doing? Did you see that? Take a screenshot of that. You need that. Next. Okay. Next. Okay, let me analyze this one for you. We don't have all the time. Next. Please, my assignment is for you to make use of these examples to 20 people. Type on the chat box 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Okay? So these are the four. Okay, these are some of the examples I'm going to give you. Next is, do you look at other ways to make money if they don't take too much time? That's a magic question. Now, the goal of asking the magic question is to know if they are interested in learning more about what you have at hand. Get the difference. Interested in learning more, not interested in joining you, not interested in signing up under you, but interested in learning, in knowing. Hello? So you need to make it something that they are not going to feel compelled or feel like someone wants to sell something to them. All right, let me rush. Okay, are you at a point in life where you would be open to explore outside opportunities? Okay, next, do you keep your income options open? All right, that's another question. Okay, do you ever explore other ways to make money? All right, my laptop is here, so I need to check it and know what I'm telling you. Okay, do you do that? So these are magic questions. Screenshot it. I want you, assignment tonight. Your assignment tonight is share this thing with 20 people. Minimum tomorrow. Yes. Say this to 20 people or chat people online and ask them this question, 20 of them. 20 of them. One serious prospect that I handed over to somebody to close down or to present to or to follow up. All right. I use this very serious right now. The guy is serious. It's crazy right now. I use this. This is how I got the guy. After reading this, I used it immediately. So what I'm teaching is going to give you access to so many people because now you are going to be professional when you are prospecting people. Is somebody with me this night? Okay. The fourth law of prospecting. The fourth law of prospecting. It is better to use tools than words. So after the person now says, yes, I would like to, I am open to other opportunities. What opportunities are you talking about? What other opportunities? Yes, of course, I am. That's the answer they will tell you. Yes, of course. Yes, I am. Yes, I am open. Yes, 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 yes. These magic questions, they are irresistible. You know why? Because they are so innocent. You are not trying to sell something to them. You are only asking them a question. And people find it hard, prospects find it hard to say no to a magic question. Do you know why? Because if they say no, I'm not open, it means that they have denied themselves an opportunity to learn something that could better their life. So nobody wants to do that. Most people don't want to do that. A lot of people don't do that. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? So that's what the magic questions does for you. Then remember this law. It is better to use tools than to use words. Anything that the person tells you, I'm interested, I am open. Don't go and start explaining the opportunity to the person with your mouth. Don't do that. It is not your words. There is a tool you can use. There is a tool. When we talk about tool, we talk about the Zoom meeting, we talk about presentation in the office, we talk about a WhatsApp video, we talk about a YouTube link, all right? We talk about all of these tools that does the presentation for you on your behalf, okay? So it is better for you to use those tools than for you to use your own words to explain the thing to the person. The fifth law of prospecting. The fifth law of prospecting. Somebody should type this on the chat box. It's never about you. Type it on the chat box. Type it as it is never about me. It's never about me. It's never about me. So the fifth law of prospecting, it is not ever, ever, ever about you. It is not ever, ever, ever about me. It's never about you. It's never about you. It is never about you. All right? It's never about you. So use the tools. Use the tools. Like I said, so when, let's say, the person tells you, yes, I want to learn more. So you tell them, like I said, okay, I know we don't know each other too well. This is for somebody whom you're just meeting. Maybe that's your first chat with the person. That's your first conversation with the person. Or maybe you guys don't really know yourself too much. Tell them, like I said, I know we don't know each other, okay? But if I sent you a 30 minutes video that explains it all, would you at least take a look? Do you see that? I said, this is a script you can use. Take a screenshot of this, everybody. This is for your conversations. Arm yourself with these scripts. Arm yourself with these scripts so that you can prospect very well. Arm yourself, arm yourself, arm yourself, arm yourself so you can prospect very well. Very important. Okay. Now remember, like I said, use tools. Like I said, always use tools. Now, there are some things I'm going to be saying side by side each other. Don't use this one on the left. Use the one on the right. Okay. Now, one of them is, don't come and tell a prospect after he said, yes, I am interested. Yes, I want to know more. Yes, I am open-minded and all of that. You're not telling him, I have some information you ought to look at. No, don't say that. Instead, say it. Are you open to exploring outside opportunities? So remember, these are not the kind of words you should be using. Okay? Use the one on white, not the one on black. Okay? I know you are going to like what you see on the video. As you have told the person I'm going to say, I know you are going to like what you're going to see on the video. No, don't say that. Instead, say, there is one part in particular that is the most popular. You now ask the person, is a couple of days time enough for you to check it out? That's in that video you sent to him, right? There's a part of it, there's one part of it in particular that is the most popular. All right? So if I give it to you, is a couple of days enough for you to check it out? All right? So yeah. Okay. You can even ask the person a couple of hours. Right? A couple of hours. Maybe if I call you, if I check on you by evening, you should have watched it, right? Okay. I recommend that you look at this video. No, don't say that. Instead of saying that, tell the person, if you like what you see, we can sit down and fill in the gaps. That's fill in there. That's fill in the gaps. We can sit down and fill in the gaps. We can sit down and fill in the gaps. We can sit down and fill in the gaps. Okay. Now I'm going to be ending with this training. I'm going to be ending with this, guys. Permit me. I'm going to be ending with this. Create positive vibes. Okay? Create positive vibes. Create positive vibes. The sixth law of prospecting. The sixth law of prospecting says positive attracts, negative repels. Positive attracts, negative repels. I'm going to rush this. I'm going to rush this. How do you create positive vibes? How do you create positive vibes? How do you create positive vibes? Okay? How do you create it? First, I'm going to show you this and I'm done. This will be the last slide I'm going to be sharing with you. All right? First, be respectful. Okay? You can be, this is physical, right? Yes, sir. Okay? Yes, sir. No, ma'am. This is, remember, when you're having a conversation and you know that this person is older than you, be respectful. Okay? Be respectful. So somebody who is older than you, you know the person is older than you. All right? You know the person is older than you. You have seen the person as someone who is older than you. Okay? Be respectful. Be respectful. Use humor. Yes. Try to do things that will make the person chuckle. Try to do things that will make the person smile. Okay? Very important. Avoid jokes. There are some jokes that are expensive jokes. Avoid it. Avoid using sarcasm. Okay? That is negative humor. Avoid using those things. How do you create positive vibes? Okay? Use compliments. Okay? We have the direct compliments that you can give the person based on the personality of the person. A direct compliment is what you tell the person directly about the person. Okay? You say it directly. Oh, let's say the person is looking, let's say is looking beautiful. Okay? Or beautiful is not always a very formal compliment. Okay? Right? You look sharp. Okay? You look so sharp. Okay? You're an amazing person. Okay? You're such a smart guy. Oh, I just like the way you talk so smart. You speak so fluent. You speak so, on point. Kai, I like the way you handle that thing. Kai, you handle that thing very well. And I really appreciate you. Kai, I celebrate you. You're an amazing person. Do you understand? That's a direct compliment. Then the next type of compliment you can give the person is the indirect compliment. How do you give the indirect compliment? You give the indirect compliment by using words like you. Like you. Are you getting me? Use words like you for the person. You say, okay, if I'm looking for someone very sharp to handle my business, I'm going to be employing someone like you because I know that I will not be worried. Do you understand? You are not telling the person directly that he is sharp. You are telling the person that he is sharp, but you're saying it indirectly. Do you understand? Indirect compliments. Then we have the associative compliment. This is the compliment you give to the person. You compliment the things the person possesses, the things the person is carrying, the things the person is wearing, the things that are associated with the person. Are you understanding? Okay, I like this, your shop. It's so clean. You see the way you kept your shop so clean. It's so sharp. Okay. Oh man, your car is so fine. I like your car. Should we exchange? Do you understand? All right. So that is associative compliment. So that will bring me to the end of the rules of prospecting. Right. I shot over 1 hour and quarter. Right. I shot over 1 hour and quarter. So guys, let's have a beautiful, beautiful night rest. If you have any question, you can take them to your leaders. You can take them to your upline so that they can help you